Good morning, this is Mark Harrison of Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 7144 HOckey Trl in Los Angeles, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for Jeremy Scott. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects our building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from the 4-inch main sewer line cleanout that we found here. This is down off the back of the structure, below the pool deck, next to our pool equipment here. I look down just below our service panel, and you'll see this black pipe sticking up, which is a cleanout for the main sewer line. And then drop in and kind of meander our way zigzag a bit here down the back hillside. What we're looking at here is a cast iron piping material. And looks like maybe varying ages of pipe. We see here we've got pipe that doesn't look as old. We come around this turn and we see piping that's quite a bit more heavily deteriorated. Got rusting scale and all that debris hanging off the top of the pipe. Now, these cast iron pipes typically were expected to last somewhere in the 60 to 70 year range. We're definitely coming up on that age based on the information I have about when the property was built. I'm specifically looking for any failures in this cast iron pipe that would say it's time to replace it now. And you see we kind of get through that section and things clean up a bit again. It's not quite as deteriorated, so it's kind of, some sections are more worn than others. Certainly in a case like this, we're suggesting that upgrades when feasible is a good idea. Certainly no disadvantage to being proactive and performing upgrades when feasible. But if the line is still working, one could certainly leave it in service and closely monitor it to kind of better project for a future replacement date. We've got a pretty good slope to the line, so that's probably helping to keep it somewhat clear. Now we get a little water running to see if we can get the lens cleaned off a little bit as we get down here towards the bottom of the hill. We're going to be changing pipe materials. We make this last little turn here and head a couple feet and change from the cast iron to the clay. I'm seeing a lot of soil in this area, soil and roots. I worked the camera back and forth through here the best I could, trying to clean the area out. Unfortunately, it's just not cleaning up enough to where I can really see what's happening, see where the soil's coming in. We're changing from the 4-inch cast iron to a 6-inch clay here. And you'll see here we've got, again, quite a bit of soil and roots through this short section. I can't see an actual break, but soil in a pipe, at least this much soil in a pipe, is a pretty good indication that the pipe could be broken. Sometimes soil does get pulled through with the roots, but I just can't see well enough to determine what's going on. No obvious breaks here, no obvious shifts or displacement of the pipe, but there could be a hole or something happening there. So I would definitely, before I start recommending digging up down by the street, get the line cleaned out very thoroughly, probably a hydrojet cleaning in this case. maximize visibility, really get all that stuff out of there. Alright, so the clay piping material we're looking at here is pretty common. This is what you're usually going to find under the streets here in the city of Los Angeles. Clay piping has a long service life expectancy, being a natural material. It's less likely to deteriorate in the ground, but it is fairly brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity, earthquakes, things like that, earth movement. So we're looking for any significant cracks or breaks, offset separations of the connections or joints, anything that would be considered a compromise to the integrity of the pipe. With the exception of that first section there, the rest of this looks pretty clean. A little bit of a jagged connection here before we drop down into our public sewer. Right about there, about 65 feet. Alright, so what we're seeing today is older cast iron, original clay with common conditions in the roots, but there's that one section we've got excessive amounts of soil and some roots that could be hiding some damage. So we would definitely suggest performing a follow-up examination once the line is cleaned, and again, the preferred method in this case would be a hydrojet cleaning. And really wash all that mud and soil and roots, get all that stuff out of there so we can clearly see what's happening. Alright, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for the description of the final findings and recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.